name is Trey Dorsey. This is my week 1 assignment for FTT 122, Introduction to Ammunition and Ballistics. This week we have 3 different topics that we have to go over. Part 1 is explaining the 4 steps of ballistics. Part 2 is describing what sectional density is. Part 3 is answering one of 11 questions. So for Part 1, the 4 steps are internal ballistics, transitional ballistics, external ballistics, and terminal ballistics. Internal ballistics are everything to do with the projectile, the casing. Some of its factors that can affect it are the shape of the round, the weight of the round. Then for transitional ballistics, that is what is going on as the round is fired, all the way up until the round reaches past the muzzle blast. Some of the things that can affect that are the temperature of the barrel, our outside temperature, as well as our rifling. Different spin rates can affect it differently. Our external ballistics is basically how the round flies through the air. Things that can affect that are our outside temperature, whether or not there's wind. Then our terminal ballistics is how the round acts on impact of our target. Some of the things that can affect that are, is it a paper target? Is it steel target? Is it the height of an animal that we're hunting? I found 2 different websites. Both one was the Lux Optic or Hilux Optic, and the other one was NRA Family. Both of them only had 3 steps. They kind of combined the transitional and internal steps, but other than that, everything else was the same. They might have used slightly different terminology for the words, but the general sense was still the same. For part 2, sectional density is actually the ratio of a projectile's mass to its diameter. So in layman's term, the heavier the mass is compared to its diameter, the projectile have more penetration force. So think of it like this. If you throw a rock at a glass pane, the bigger rock is more likely to shatter the glass pane. And then for our 3rd section, which is answering one question, I decided to go with number 11, which is, in a 9mm Luger cartridge, if all else is equal, what would contribute more to felt recoil, a 115 grain or a 147 grain projectile, and why? In doing research, I found multiple websites stating that while the 115 grain is lighter, it actually causes more felt recoil due to the pressure compared to the weight of the round whenever compared to a 147 grain. The interesting thing for me that I found was that there's 115, 124, and 147 grains. Those are the 3 most common for a 9mm round. The 124 is kind of like the happy medium, where it doesn't have as much recoil as the 115, but it also has better stopping power compared to the it has better stopping power. Now, with that being said, 147 has less felt recoil, but it also has less stopping power. The 115 has more felt recoil, but more stopping power. That's what I found kind of interesting.